Hello Varlets. In this video, we'll be going over the first of my Psyker builds, and this one is going to be about the Storm Witch. This is my go-to build when I'm playing on Auric level missions and want to give my team a lot of margin for error, or give them plenty of opportunities to engage in high-risk plays safely, all while being able to pull my own weight without a problem. As its name implies, this build will be focusing on all things lightning and unleashes the Psyker's potential for elite and specialist destruction, unparalleled crowd control capabilities, the ability to wipe out hordes of enemies on your own, and create space for your team to reposition, reload, and re-engage as and when you feel like it. This is a build designed for taking control of the battlefield, stopping enemies where they stand and taking them out before they are a threat. Should a wave of darkness befall you, as a Storm Witch, you are where the line is drawn, and as long as you stand, your team will always have a chance at turning back the tide. Now, on to the talent selections. As always, this part here will have the talent tree shown in full, so you can just look at it and apply it straight to your character. The game's lantern link will also be in the description, along with the shared mods code to apply it directly if you have the mod active. As a Storm Witch, the bread and butter of your build will revolve around Smite and the use of a Surge Staff. Apart from fitting the lightning theme of the build, the Lightning Storm node, which increases the number of times Smite can jump by 1, also applies to the Surge Staff, allowing you to hit up to 3 enemies instead of 2. While this doesn't really help with the damage output of the Surge Staff, being able to stun an additional enemy is a huge improvement to its general usability. As for Enfeeble, which increases the base damage enemies affected by your Smite receive by 10%, I'm not entirely sure if it interacts with the Surge Staff, but because of how the Surge Staff calculates damage, it would take me a while to come to a definite conclusion. With this build, your very existence on the battlefield is an omen for the enemy and a boon for your allies. Your kinetic presence ensures tougher enemies will be dealt more punishment, while your psykinetic aura bolsters yourself and allies whenever an elite or special falls, granting everyone with faster ability cooldowns. Puppet Master further extends your presence among your allies, increasing coherency radius and therefore the effective range of your presence and aura. The death of an elite or special is a loss for the enemy, but it is even more severe should it be dealt by the hand of a Storm Witch. Not only are souls stolen from enemies that fall from your warp powers, making you a tougher foe to deal with, but elites and specials have their very beings siphoned into the warp, converted into a warp charge that provides you with Empyrean empowerment for the rest of your onslaught. Such a dreadful sentence on deserving enemies brings you inner tranquility, allowing you to better channel your warp powers with greater efficiency. The impact of their death does not end there. For the enemies that remain who were nearby, they would have witnessed their superior forces explode in a perilous combustion, igniting all of them in a blanket of soul blaze, burning them from within and without. As a Psyker, you must maintain the ebb and flow of the warp to steel your toughness against all who would harm you. While years of battle meditations have allowed you to release peril upon slaying enemies where they stand, balancing moments of expenditure with moments of quietude ensures a perpetual cycle of recovery and renewal as you draw and quell peril. Having an incomparable mind provides a certain solidity to yourself, allowing you to quickly recompose after tapping into the warp. Such a mind also enhances yourself as a warp battery to contain even greater amounts of power. That being said, a Psyker's true potential emerges when they push themselves to the edge. Here, the boundary between chaos and control is so very thin. But it is here they are able to become one with the warp and enhance their durability and toughness against attacks. Those who can embrace being on the edge are able to ride the warp to the fullest and draw even more power as their limits are pushed to the edge. Of course, sometimes you can find yourself going a little too far, losing control of the very power that makes you unique. In times like these, when the voices in your head are taking over your thoughts, a venting shriek is often enough to silence them and return control over chaos. The becalming eruption that follows offers you a brief moment of tranquility, allowing you to resist peril buildup based on how many enemies were frightened by your outbursts. The resulting peril expelled from your shriek produces a shockwave that ignites the air in front of you, blanketing any unfortunate enemies in a creeping flame that consumes them in soul blaze. Should they fall while ablaze, their souls are reduced to cinders, and in fire, reborn as a warp charge to fuel your strength. That was the talent selection narrative. Now, let me explain how all the bits and pieces of this build come online when everything works together. The Surge Staff is an excellent weapon for killing elites and specials with ease. This allows you to build up warp charges easily, which further increases your peril resistance and damage. This can provide you with up to an additional 36% peril resistance and 24% base damage at 6 charges. These buffs also carry over to Smite, allowing you to lock down hordes of enemies for longer periods and deal a little bit more damage to them. If you are not under pressure, you can quell peril normally before recasting Smite to continue locking them down. However, if you are trying to buy your allies more time to get a revive off, or to reload their weapons, or just more time to take down a monster, you can cast Venting Shriek just before you hit 100% peril to give yourself more time to keep enemies stunned. Depending on the number of warp charges you have available, you can restore up to 45% of your Venting Shriek's cooldown after casting it, giving you incredible uptime with it. If you are holding back a horde of Poxwalkers or regular enemies on your own, casting Venting Shriek when around 85% peril applies 6 stacks of Soul Blaze to all enemies hit. This adds an additional damage over time component to enemies being stunned by your Smite. Enemies that die while on Soul Blaze have a chance to return warp charges to you, and with a little luck and a large enough horde, you can spend 6 warp charges to get 45% of your cooldown back, and then immediately get 6 warp charges back after enemies die from your Smite and Soul Blaze combo. If you are dealing with a horde that have elites mixed in, you can totally wipe out everything if enough elites fall by your hand thanks to Perilous Combustion. In this case, the elites act as a fire starter, setting enemies around them on Soul Blaze when they die. The more elites that die from your damage, the more Soul Blaze effects will stack, which makes killing tougher enemies easier, which means more Soul Blaze stacking and so on. In fact, casting Venting Shriek on enemies that are already Soul Blaze can really ramp up the damage, since Creeping Flames adds however many charges you deal based on your peril to whatever number of stacks enemies already have. That is the essence of this build. Personally, there's something therapeutic about swapping between Smite and Surge constantly, blasting lightning at hapless enemies, setting them on fire and watching them explode. Perhaps you may find catharsis in this too. Moving on to weapon selection, we already know we are going to have a Surge Staff since it's core to this build. The blessing pool for the Surge Staff isn't really big, but you're going to want to have Warp Flurry for the increase in charge time as a key blessing. After that, Warp Nexus is the go-to since the increase in critical chance translates very well into additional damage because of the Surge Staff's high crit multiplier. However, in the event that you can't get Warp Nexus for whatever reason, Focus Channeling is a good quality of life choice. Although you technically shouldn't be in a position where you are surrounded, on the off chance that you are and you really need to get a Surge Blast off to save a teammate or to take down a special before it causes problems, Focus Channeling will ensure that you can always get the cast off. Not as strong as Warp Nexus, certainly, but definitely not a terrible blessing to have either. Perk-wise, flak damage is a definite must for me, given so many elites have flak armor. After that, I go for Maniac damage, mostly to deal with rages and mutants more effectively. For your melee weapon, you are free to use whatever you'd like. Because good positioning further augments this build's strength of controlling enemy positioning, weapons that have high mobility are generally good. I personally use a combat blade not just for the mobility, but also for monster DPS with the bleed damage it offers. In my experience, as long as you are positioned correctly yourself, you won't really be drawing on your melee weapon a lot, since most things will have trouble even approaching you in the first place. Curio-wise, my Psyker is usually stacked up with lots of health, but I've been leaning towards a lot more toughness in builds lately because of how strong toughness is at keeping you safe and how many more ways you have at recovering it. For this reason, I would recommend using 1 health and 2 toughness Curios for a good balance of general survivability and a decent margin for mistakes. Perk-wise, I take Combat Ability Regeneration. Even though our uptime is already very high, being able to shave a few more seconds can sometimes be the difference between exploding yourself or not. After that, Gunner Resist is always good since in the higher difficulties, gunners can spawn in huge packs and can really lay the hurt if they are left unchecked. The remaining perk can be whatever you'd like. For me, because this is my go-to build for Auric level missions, I take extra auto dockets to really farm up some cash. Is it necessary? No. But I like seeing big number rewards at the end of the mission screen. It makes me happy, and being happy is better than not. So do as you please. Alright, that brings us to the end of the Storm Witch build. This one was a lot of fun to play with, but even I need more practice with my peril management when it comes to dealing with the ebb and flow of warp charges as you engage in combat. I find myself being a little too greedy with my casting, thinking I've got 1 left in me, only to be proven wrong in explosive fashion. This next part will be the full gameplay in action. In the early parts of the gameplay, you'll see Perilous Combustion in action against a pack of Poxhounds, so that's something you can look forward to. I hope you've enjoyed this video and have found it useful. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Varlets.
Seek their eyes. So many voices.
Let the war flow! Your kings destroy! Toss you to her! Kill the gunner! By the pine!
Touch flamer sighted.
Taste a fraction of my pain!
There's nothing worth having in here.
Emperor, guide me. Please. Please.
I am dead! Seek my alone.
Repel the horde!
I should have stayed behind.
Trapper's dead!
This is but a taste. That's the mutiny engine.
Beware! Out!
Yes, I am.
Such power! Such power! Well struck!
Rising. Aim at it. Find you any.
Mercy on your kind son! Looks bad! Heal now! Cover me while I reload! Beauty! Run!
On you something special. Damned now.
I am ashamed to require your help! Hostile sniper! Of course! Impressive work, Psyker! It's called skill, Zealot! Terminate that monstrosity! Doesn't look stable. Or safe in any way.
I have hidden in many places like this, but only out of need.
Mola! Is there anything to stir the blood like a righteous pilgrimage?
I would suggest that prayer, fine art, and better company are more fulfilling.
Two sides of the same coin. Stop the slaying of heretics in such company. A prayer for this place. One
I
youth
have a
at a
gift
time.
for you.
Trapper is neutralized.
Bring in the bride.
What an honor to serve the Ordo Hereticus. Surely there is no higher calling.
Our order is certainly fierce. Probably due to all the hunting and burning of innocents.
If some in the Ordo had their way, my kind would not be seen as imperial citizens. Rage and neutralize.
We don't have to worry about that sniper.
Sniper slain!
Bugs beneath my heels. Tank power coming in.
No! Out of my mind! Die, beast!
Engaging war protocols.
Atonement is not yet yours, Psyker!
Fear me.
Russia!
The God Emperor is testing you, Zealot.
Prepare to meet your end! The Emperor demands you die! It is done! We stand triumphant!
The victory is shared, Zealots!
Backing him up!
Be gone, trapper!
Stare, simpleton!
He provides the means of death unto his servants!
The mutiny is neutralized!
That's the offender. You know what to do.
Ammunition! In the very nick of time!
I felt fine, you.
The ascender's coming down. Just hold your ground.
Blaze inferno! Your men are not
Get the hell off, Wrench! Those grenades are hideous. Reaching the Empyrean! Focus on your own work, Zealot!
No hope, no safety,
All right, there's your exit. Move.
No, don't try to hide.
I can't control it! The fanatic seems to be hysterical.
The heretics are many, and we few. But our trials will one day be rewarded.
I prefer to live in the here and now. Tomorrow may not come for so many of us.
Death to not a reward.
How is it?
Head on straight through this camp.
I cannot say that I have. Then again, I am not in the habit of prying into other people's thoughts.
I do not do that. At least not if anyone's asking. Let us simply say that you seem even more unconventional. If that's possible.
Perhaps I should offer to pray with her.
Perhaps. One way or another. How would be better? Here. At last. Just breathe. Courageous death!
I am one with the war! The hound is no more!
Fanatic, remember this.
I cannot move!
I got it.
Enough of that! Fire the gun! Shield bearer!
I'd be angry too if I looked like that.
Calm yourself! You cannot hide from the beneficent Emperor!
There's no need to go on. Do your thing. Let the war flow! That looks exhausting, fanatic.
May my deeds inspire you.
It's a blockbuster!
Rise no more, mutants. Sky bomber. The Ranger is cleansed. Holy ammunition.
Call the
Behind these belfries! Kill the gunner! These are dark days for Atoma.
hounds out of this misery! Sniper! Sniper! Firm opinion that air shouldn't be bright green.
Face judgment. Chaos Hound! To arms!
Find you! A healing station. Time to die, Mauler.
It's a mercy! Follow me, and I will guide.
You suppose yourself a guiding light, yet you have neither radiance nor eyes to see.
That's your destination. You'll find the target inside.
I once heard that
Careful! Sniper! They are psychic race, are they not? Perhaps they are not as unknowable as they seem.
At least they look after their own, even in the afterlife. What is there for us but an eternity of torment in the immaterium? Blast you! Oh no! Don't try to hide.
Move through the courthouse. You're looking for the blocks.
I am one with the wall! The Ranger is dead.
You are nothing!
Die in glory! Magnificent Emperor! Grant us grace!
I am dead!
There is no forgiveness!
Holding the wall!
And this grenade obliterates our foe!
You leave me no choice!
Well done! Another dead!
Cannot run from me!
Mauler! For you, Buster!
Threats neutralized.
Ammo claim! Seek their eyes.
A grenade!
So many voices.
Shots, haters. Do your thing.
A gunner!
Don't go, fanatic.
Kill the mutants!
Face my new Here.
Prediction upgrade! Judge this mutant! Dead!
Why not interfere?
Corruption must save you!
Locate. Destroy.
Beware! A hound!
Threats neutralized.
Of course.
This way! Straight down! Waller! Huliman's Codex Astartes is the mighty token indeed!
Not all comply with the codex.
The blessed Abute teach humility, service, and faith. Follow his example.
Such power! Such power!
This enemy has the best ground.
Beast neutralized.
Seek my foe.
And that droid strike. Zealot, heal thyself. If only there was some protocol for this situation.
I see you, Gunner. Grenade!
Rusted ammunition! Quickly!
Use me! Boxer needs my heal!
Emperor guide my hand!
Taste a fraction of my pain!
It's dead now.
Whatever comes next, you'll do better as a group.
Multiple hostiles.
Trick shot gunner!
Gunner!
All right, you're looking for the Panopticon elevator.
Blast you!
Watch out, Gunner.
The Ranger lies slain!
One trapper attended to.
Trick shot gunner!
Wrestling people before me.
I can't control it.
Die, dog!
Enemies in deep cover.
Die, gunner!
No! Out of my mind!
Whale insects. Got lectures for you.
Keep back down!
A gunner!
Yeah, gunner!
Red gunner! I sentence...
Trapper eliminated!
Trapper is dead!
Behold, another slain ranger!
Even a blunt instrument has its place, Lieutenant.
Pain is the strongest weapon! You should try it.
Yes! Yes! Blow through me! Beauty eliminated! If we go down there, that's it! Threats neutralized!
Those flame can...
Eliminate that hot flamer! I can't control it!
Kill the gunner!
Such power! Such power!
Taste a fraction of my pain. You cannot run from me.
Clearing you 15 for the elevator.
My prayers are an holy ammunition! So perish all who choose fury or faith! Our ranger is delivered to judgment!
Anyone require healing?
This Medicaid station.
A grenade! We shall put it to use! Those old medics have sustained the tech priest long beyond her allotted span of years.
It's traced through with machinery, but her soul indeed appears old.
I intend to live a long, sinful life, assuming I make it through this war. Ammo crates!
Your false emperor cannot
Let him
protect
back
you
down!
now. There he is. You know what to do. Try out!
I shall smite you!
Eye to eye.
Psyker!
This? How a professional does it.
Courage, pilgrims! Keep fighting!
Find you any.
Retreat! Take courage, pilgrims! We fight in his holy name! Face judgment's abomination!
Finish the job.
Let him go. I am one with the war. No more. Bring that down. Fury does not appreciate. You raise this thing.
not enough!
Initiating crowd control!
Guys, your hand!
I knew we could do it.
I had every faith in you.
There's no escape.
Excessive force authorized!
Great shotgunner!